Hello, hello. Welcome. I see. Screams. Probably should put this down this way. Then this right. And intro. Boop. All right. Welcome, adventurers, creatures, bandits, ne'er-do-wells, and everything within that spectrum, in or out of it. Welcome to the Ragnar Show. It's your boy, Ragnar the Barbarian. Check that everything is working. Everything is working for now. Let me get a bit of an explanation of what's going on here. This is an AI-guided adventure. The AI is my boy GB. GB is, of course, a bastardization of a GPT. Not like code-wise or like anything AI-related. It's more of like just like what I call GPT. It's just easier on me, that's all. Either way, we are joining the crew of the Sovereign Reprisal once again. We are in the middle of the Jasper Sea. We have just found our way to the beautiful island of the Glimmering Sands. It seems to be a bit of a desert-like island. There's a village there, palm trees, and everything else. We are, last adventure, we grabbed some beans from an adventure. Technically, yeah. An adventure having to do with a sea monster. And this sea monster, it didn't talk. It took me a second to realize it didn't talk because I was talking at it for a reasonable amount of time. Turns out I didn't need to reason with it or anything. I just needed to give it some compliments and to let me take the beans. Anyway, we're back on the Sovereign Reprisal. I guess let's just get into it. Without further ado. Also, let's switch up the vibes. The vibes need to be perfect. I wonder what I'm going to start with. Probably... let's do adventure. Alright. Wrong button. Correct button. Alright. Welcome back. This is Ragnar the Barbarian. We are standing on the deck of the Sovereign Reprisal. We have just landed off the coast of the Glimmering Sands, and we are currently kind of looking into the ocean, also the islands behind us. But I'm looking to talk to Captain Haley Blacktide. Last adventure, we very heroically brought the ship's cook some beans. And he seemed to really like the beans. So I'm going to ask Captain Haley Blacktide if she had any and what she thought about that. I'm assuming it's not going to know anything about what I'm saying, but we're going to give it a try. It's also not going to work the first time around. Well, that is to be expected. Ragnar's tabard right now is being weird. Also, my tights feel especially tight today. Not sure what that's about.
Aboard the deck of the Sovereign Reprisal, you find Captain Haley black-tied overlooking the vast expanse of the sea, her eyes scanning the horizon with a keen sense of purpose.
Captain, my captain.
As you approach, she turns, her commanding presence as imposing as the ocean itself. Ragnar,
What's
she
up?
greets with a nod, acknowledging
boy?
your previous feats aboard her ship.
Yeah.
The beans, yes. Old Salt Marrow hasn't stopped boasting about the extraordinary flavors your venture added to our last meal.
It's also
His
psychotropic.
enthusiasm is infectious. She smirks slightly, the sea breeze playing with strands of her dark hair.
Okay.
Your actions, while seemingly minor, have bolstered the crew's spirits considerably. In these waters, morale is as vital as the wind behind our sails. So tell me, what brings you to my deck this time? Her tone is serious yet carries an undertone of respect, hinting at the value she places on the welfare of her crew and the contributions you've made.
Well, Capitan, I guess I'm looking for your opinion. I met some villagers in the Glimmering Sands village, and I talked to their leader. Oh God, what was it? It was Chief Palui or something like that. I'm just, what's the plan here? Because we're kind of docked outside of the island. I assume you want some type of supplies, or you'd want to speak to the chief. It's kind of on you. We're just sitting in here on this island, and I wanted to know what, just input wise, where we're going, what we're doing, who we're trying to talk to, that type of stuff.
Aboard the deck of the Sovereign Reprisal, you find Captain Haley black-tied overlooking the vast expanse of the sea, her eyes scanning the horizon with a keen sense of purpose.
I guess we're gonna listen to that.
As you
over
approach,
again.
she turns, her commanding presence as imposing as the ocean itself. Ragnar, she greets with a nod, acknowledging your previous feats aboard her ship.
It's just
The
being
beans,
weird.
yes. Old Salt Marrow hasn't stopped boasting about the extraordinary flavors your venture added to our last meal. His enthusiasm is
I'm
infectious.
not gonna click again because it's.
She
just
smirks
gonna...
slightly,
Actually,
the
wait,
sea
no, that's
breeze
a
playing
sweet
with
idea.
strands of her dark hair.
That's a great idea. I'll just do that.
Captain Haley black-tied listens intently, her gaze reflecting the gravity of your inquiry.
Okay.
Chief Palio, she muses, a
Sure.
hint of respect coloring her tone.
Nice.
The wise and jovial leader of Glimmering Sands. A man deeply connected to his island's traditions and welcoming to those who show respect towards their customs.
You've met her.
She
him?
leans closer, her voice low,
back
ensuring
up.
that only you can hear.
Yeah.
Our presence here is twofold. On the surface, we seek trade and supplies, a simple transaction. But there's always more beneath, isn't there? The Isles, their people, and their chief hold knowledge and resources not found elsewhere. I respect their way of life,
Like
and any
coconuts?
interaction with them must be handled with care. She straightens up, her authoritative tone resuming. As for Chief Palio, he is a man of wisdom and would likely respect our cause, given our shared values of freedom and justice.
Right.
However, our approach must be diplomatic.
This is also.
We are not
pirate,
here to
so
impose, but to coexist and perhaps learn from each other.
It's very peace.
Turning her gaze back to the horizon, she adds,
Pirate, but
I'm contemplating a meeting with the chief, yes.
okay.
But only if we can offer something of equal value in return, be it assistance, trade, or a shared goal. Ragnar, I might need you to act as an envoy. Your recent deeds have shown your worth and ability to bridge worlds.
That is not how you pronounce that word. All right. Well, I would assume in order to do these talks, they would need some type of established government, or at least some type of leadership hierarchy. I know they have a chief, but I haven't gotten any other information other than that. So, your boy's gonna go ahead and head back to the village, and I think I'm gonna gather just a little bit more info on what we're dealing with. So I'm gonna head off the pirate ship, wave everybody goodbye. I'm not sure if it's like docked or anything. I assume I'm taking a dinghy in. I just kind of jump into the rowboat and row my way over there, and walk up the beach sands, as beautiful as they are, and straight into the village. And I guess I'll Well, I mean, I've met the chief before, so I'll just go up to his tent and knock on his tent door. I'm sure that's something you can do. I'd imagine as much, at least. Now here's the real problem. Is it going to immediately start reading the last thing it said? Or no? Okay, cool. Everything is working as intended. And by intended, I mean however it
As you
was.
reach the Glimmering Sands village, the atmosphere is serene, with the laughter and music of the inhabitants blending harmoniously with the serene environment. This village, nested on the edge of the Isle of Glimmering Sands, embodies the spirit of harmony and tradition, thriving untouched by time, maintaining its customs through generations.
Yeah.
Upon reaching Chief Palio's tent, you find him to be approachable and willing to share wisdom. He has been the village's guiding light since assuming leadership after a spiritual journey.
Yeah, wait, what?
He is known for his deep connection.
What, I'll walk up to him and I'll be like, Chief, you didn't tell me about this spiritual journey. What's all that about? You guys take psychotropics at all and just go wild in the desert, or what? What's the deal there? Also, stop looking at the knowledge base. You're gonna turn dumb if you keep looking at the knowledge base there, GB. Okay, or do it. No, it's fine. I wasn't asking something, but whatever.
Chief Palio, standing tall and lean with sun-kissed skin, adorned with intricate tribal tattoos, turns his wise and humorous eyes towards you as you inquire about his spiritual journey.
Yeah, what's up?
He speaks in a calm, rhythmic tone. The journey of the spirit is not one of mere physicality. It's an exploration of the soul, a quest for deeper understanding. He continues, this journey took me across the islands, beyond the mere sands and waves. It was a pilgrimage through the heart of our world, seeking the wisdom of the ancients, the whispers of the wind, and the lessons of the land.
Okay, yeah, no.
It was not about psychotropics or wildness, but about connecting deeply with the traditions that bind us to this place, understanding the balance and harmony of all living things.
It sounds...
His leadership, he explains, is deeply rooted in the experiences from his journey, shaping his approach to guide and protect his people with empathy and a profound connection to the island's traditions. His tale suggests a path of introspection and reverence for nature, rather than mere physical wanderings or reckless abandon.
Okay, sure. You do you, Chief. I guess I'm a bit of an envoy here. I came here, as you know, via pirate ship, under the command of Captain Haley Blacktide. I'm sure you haven't heard of her, you being some remote island in the middle of nowhere, and her being a transient pirate. So, I guess I just kind of like to do introductions. I know I ran a quest for you, so you probably trust me at least a little bit. I also know about your beans. Those are some good beans, because we made a soup out of them. Some nice bean soup. Have you ever had bean soup? I'm sure you have. Also, those are hallucinogenic. Didn't know that. Now I do. I guess hi, from the captain. I'm sure I'm doing very well. They entrusted me as envoy for a very good reason, and I'm absolutely knocking it out of the park. It's taken more and more time to look at its knowledge base.
Chief Palio listens attentively, a gentle smile gracing his features as you recount your recent experiences and deliver the greetings from Captain Haley Blacktide. The ocean brings many unexpected gifts, he remarks thoughtfully, his voice calm and rhythmic, rich with the wisdom of his people.
Yeah.
The beans you mention, they are sacred to us, cherished for their unique abilities to expand the mind and connect us with nature.
Yeah, you get a...
They are not just food but a gateway to understanding deeper truths.
you get a
He
little
laughs
buzz
softly at your casual inquiry into their spiritual journeys, a sound that seems to carry the warmth of the sun. Our journeys are not always marked by the physical. They are the paths we travel in the heart and the mind, guided by the spirits of our ancestors and the natural world that surrounds us. But of course, every experience is a personal voyage. What enlightens one may not enlighten another. With an open and welcoming gesture, Chief Palio continues. As for your captain and your presence here, we are open to visitors, especially those who come with respect and willingness to understand our ways.
Well, I mean, they're pirates, so...
The sea does not separate us. It connects us, bringing opportunities for learning and sharing.
Okay, sure.
He stands with an ease that belies his status, embodying the tranquility and openness of his community.
I mean...
You and your captain seek friendship, and in friendship, we find strength.
Okay, well, I mean, they're pirates.
Tell
Again,
Captain Blacktie we welcome a meeting, to share stories, wisdom, and perhaps find common grounds upon which we can build mutual respect and cooperation.
Okay, so, just acting as some reconnaissance here, what, are we, like, what's the governmental structure here? Do you guys have any government, or what? Is it... It's definitely going to search the knowledge. It has to. I just asked about complex hierarchical structures in their society.
The village of Glimmering Sands is currently in the process of establishing a provisional government following recent changes in its leadership.
Yeah.
This new governance structure is being built from the ground up, with the aim to address pressing concerns, draft foundational laws, and navigate the complexities of governance, all while respecting the village's traditions and values.
Okay, so... Chief Palio, do you need help with that at all? Obviously you're trying to draft a government. I come from a small village, you may not have heard of it. It is Roderick Village. I don't know which direction it is, I was teleported here. So, I have a little bit of experience in some fine leadership. I once knew a mayor, and on a couple of occasions, I think I got one or two of her advisors arrested. So I know my way around a good old governmental structure, bureaucracy, and the like. Would you need some help with drafting the rules and whatnot? Because I may not be a president or a governor, but I've seen it. I've seen stuff. I've read a book or two. Not to say that you don't have books here. It just seems there's just a lot of palm trees around here. It seems like too cool of an environment to like sit down and read a bunch of books and put a bunch of bureaucracy stuff together. I'd much rather be on the beach. That's all I'm saying. No offense or anything. Also, don't look in the knowledge. Don't search the knowledge base. Stop doing that. It's gonna do it. Cool. Okay, it's not gonna do it.
Chief Palio listens intently, a smile playing at the corners of his mouth as you explain your unique background and offer assistance.
I don't know why everybody laughs at me.
Ragnar from Roderick Village, he says thoughtfully.
It's your boy.
Your journey sounds as rich and varied as the sands of our shores. He gestures around, encompassing the serene environment of the village, where the harmony between nature and the people is palpable. Your experience and willingness to help are most welcome. Our village, as you've noticed, is indeed in a time of transformation and growth. And while our ways may seem distant from the bustling life of a village mayor or the confines of book-laden studies, the essence of governance, the spirit of community, responsibility, and foresight, transcends the environment in which it takes place.
Well, I mean,
He
sure.
continues, your perspective, shaped by different lands and trials, could provide invaluable insights as we tread these new waters. We seek to blend our traditions with the practical needs of governance, to create a structure that is true to our values yet responsive to the needs of our people. Chief Palio's expression becomes more serious, reflecting the weight of the task at hand.
Yeah?
If you are willing, Ragnar, your role could be one of bridge building, not just between our village and your captain's crew,
I'm not.
but between the old ways and the new paths we aim to tread.
I'm not good at bridges.
Your actions, your words, and your experiences could help guide us toward a balanced and just governance. He offers a warm, inviting hand.
Okay, sure. Do you guys have any scrolls laying around? Maybe has all your governance rules on it. I'll just take a peruse of that and see what I can see. Also, don't look in the knowledge base for that. Actually, I don't have any. I don't have anything for that. Give me 1 second.
Chief Palio nods, understanding your request for documentation. While we may not possess scrolls in the manner of ancient libraries,
I'm not listening.
we do maintain records of our traditions and the emerging structures of our governance. He explains, his voice carrying the serene confidence of a leader attuned to his culture's ways.
Okay.
He gestures to Liao the scribe, a young but attentive individual, who approaches with a bundle of neatly tied papers.
Oh, I'm talking to Leah.
These are the beginnings of our journey into structured governance. Liao explains, offering the bundle to you with a respectful bow. They contain our village's foundational laws, traditions, and the discussions that have led us to this point of transition. Please feel free to peruse them. The documents in your hands are a testament to the village's deep respect for tradition meshed with the practical needs of its people. They detail not only the laws and guidelines being formed but also reflect the community's values and the wisdom of their ancestors, intertwined with the practical aspects of modern governance.
This is all I got.
While these papers may not hold all the answers, they offer a starting point for understanding how the village of Glimmering Sands operates and aspires to grow.
This looks like
This
what I
resource,
think it looks like.
combined with
Oh,
your
yeah, it looks
experiences
exactly
and
like what I think it
perspective,
looks like.
could prove invaluable in assisting the village
well,
in its
it's a
efforts
scroll,
to establish
so
a
just,
more formalized governance
Figure it
structure.
out. Okay. I am reading off of this scroll that is definitely not just a bunch of paper towels. But no, let's look at these right quick. Cool. It does look suspiciously like a roll of paper towels, but it's not. No, it's a scroll. Scroll right now is what I'm looking at. Okay. Whoops. I'm gonna take this. This is mine. Alright, there's a bunch of writing on here. Alright, do me a little bit of a favor and read me off a little bit of these rules right quick that I have in my hand. What am I looking at as far as the governmental structure of the village of the Glimmering Sands? Also, don't worry about the knowledge base. Just figure it out. You got it. Yeah. It's gonna search anyway.
In your hands, you hold the emerging framework of the Glimmering Sands village governance, a reflection of their collective effort to establish a provisional government amid unexpected leadership changes.
Okay.
Here's an overview of what you're looking at. Council of Voices. This is the initial platform for the villagers to voice their concerns and desires for the new government structure. It ensures all voices are heard and helps prioritize critical issues such as security, leadership succession, and resource management. Legacy and Law. With the help of Elder Tama, the village delves into their ancestral archive to reconcile traditional governance models with current needs.
Who is Elder Tama?
This involves researching ancient laws and deciding with the villagers which traditions should be maintained and what new rules are necessary to address contemporary challenges.
Okay.
Drafting the future. Liao the scribe plays a crucial role here, collaborating with villagers to draft the village's first set of provisional laws.
He's got like 3 names.
These laws aim to incorporate villagers' decisions and traditional wisdom to create a balanced and fair governance system, covering leadership structures, emergency protocols, and methods for conflict resolution. Ratification and reflection.
Sure,
The final step
okay.
involves presenting the new laws to the villagers for ratification.
Oh god, wow.
This part is critical for addressing any last-minute concerns and ensuring the new system respects the village's values and traditions.
There's a lot going on.
A village-wide vote or consensus is facilitated, then actions are taken to implement the newly established guidelines, with Chief Palio playing a central role in this implementation process.
Okay.
These documents encapsulate the village's journey towards a structured governance that respects both its rich traditions and the evolving needs of its people.
Yeah, alright. That seems extremely complicated already. I'm not gonna lie here, Chief. This seems pretty airtight. I'm not sure what the issue would be here. Why don't we start from the top here? Let's head to... I don't know if you guys have a courtroom or not. Let's head to the courtroom and we'll give this Council of Voices a try here. I assume you have some people that have some grievances. Let's address some of those right quick. I'm gonna take Chief Palio here to the courtroom, and we'll start hearing some issues with the village. I'm assuming probably farming and maybe hunting rights and whatnot. I would assume, at least. Oh, it's just gonna... Okay, no, we're just... Alright, no, it's fine. What do we got here?
Chief Palio, acknowledging your offer to help, leads you to the Glimmering Sands Courthouse. This place is where legal proceedings and permit requests are addressed within the village.
You said permit requests?
It's a space newly designated for the community's decision-making, embodying their commitment to order and transparency as they navigate their new governmental structure.
Okay, sure.
In this courthouse, you'll find villagers gathered, some with concerns etched on their faces, others with hope.
Okay, sure.
They've come to voice their grievances, seek resolution, and participate in the collective governance of their community. As Chief Palio introduces you to the assembly, he emphasizes your role as an envoy from the outside world, here to share knowledge and assist in their time of transformation.
That's me. I'm here to help.
As the session begins, you're poised to hear out the villagers' concerns. These might range from disputes over farming and hunting rights, as you...
Okay, sure. Let's hear from... I guess let's hear from the old dude first. There's an old guy over there. Let's invite him up into the Council of Voices. Let's see what he's got to say. I'm sure this is gonna go well. I was a manager at Arby's. I should be fine here.
Elder Tama, recognized for his imposing stature and wealth of wisdom, steps forward. His silver hair frames a face marked by time and understanding, his deep brown eyes reflecting years of knowledge.
Okay.
Speaking with a calm and deliberate tone, he shares his concerns and insights, each word imbued with the wisdom of generations.
Is he actually gonna say it?
Friends and kin, he begins. As our village faces the winds of change, we stand at the crossroads of our past and future. His voice, filled with historical references and proverbs, resonates through the Council of Voices. Just as the old roots nourish new leaves, so does our past guide our future. He speaks of the village's evolution, from the times when he was a skilled fisherman to his current role as a guardian of the community's well-being and history.
Wow, this guy is...
Elder Tama's life has been dedicated to the village, becoming a pillar in its leadership and a moral compass for all. Now, he continues, as we weave the fabric of our new governance, let us remember the lessons of the seasons, the teachings of the earth and sea that have sustained our ancestors. Let us balance tradition with the needs of today. Ensure.
Okay, that's not exactly what I was talking about. I'm kind of just, I'm here to hear some simple requests. It seems like you're trying to restructure the entire government. That's mad weird. I was thinking more like you got some issues with like farming and like maybe where your farm is, something like that. I didn't really ask for a dissertation. Let's keep this simple, shall we? You can sit down, Elder Tama. Let's call on the random woman in the back there. Maybe she's got some simpler problems we can address. Also, don't look in the knowledge base. Please don't look in the knowledge base. Don't search anything in the knowledge. Okay, I'm sure that'll go over well. We're just trying to get a grasp on what's going on.
Alright, let's imagine that as Elder Tama respectfully takes his seat, the atmosphere in the council room shifts to the next villager, a woman who had been waiting patiently at the back of the room.
I don't know why you said let's imagine.
She stands up, smoothing the front of her simple, vibrant attire, and steps forward to speak. I thank you for this opportunity.
What's up,
she begins,
Alex?
her voice clear but filled with the slight tension of addressing a public assembly.
Yeah, you're good.
I come with a concern closer to our daily lives. It's about our communal gardens and the water supply.
Okay.
As we all know, the dry season has extended longer than usual, and our traditional irrigation methods aren't sustaining the crops as they once did.
Wow, an
She looks
irrigation
around,
problem, huh?
making sure she has the attention of the council and the gathered villagers. I propose we explore new irrigation techniques, perhaps something from the knowledge of our neighbors or the outside world. Our children and elders depend on these gardens, not just for food but as a center of our community life. The woman's request reflects a practical aspect of village life, focusing on the sustainability of their farming practices and the well-being of the community. Her approach is direct and relevant, highlighting a specific issue that impacts everyone in the village rather than the broader, more philosophical considerations brought up by Elder Tama.
Okay. No, that's still a little complicated, but so what, there's an irrigation problem, is what I'm hearing? Have we considered watering the crops with something other than seawater? I'm imagining that, okay, well, that's probably not the issue. What I'm hearing is that you guys don't have very sophisticated of an irrigation system. I don't know. I haven't done like research. Is there anything in the scroll about that at all? I'm really not reading anything in here. See, when I got here, I assumed that there was gonna be like this guy stole a cow from me, and then I'd be like, well, you know, give it back. You're asking me about advanced agriculture topics. I guess I didn't think it would be difficult issues. Have we considered using bamboo? Not to say that there is bamboo here. There's a lot of tents, I assume there's... What about coconut trees? I'm really not prepared for this, to be entirely honest. Yeah, let's go through the elder knowledge or whatever. Is there anything in the elder knowledge about irrigation? Also, don't look in the knowledge base. Stop looking in the knowledge base. We don't need that information. Just go with the flow, all right? I'm just immediately pissed off this woman. She's like, I came back.
Alright, let's step back and approach this from a simpler angle, as you were expecting more direct, everyday issues.
I was, specifically.
Without delving into the complex background information or the intricate details of agricultural practices, let's consider common, straightforward solutions based on traditional methods that might exist in a village setting like the Glimmering Sands.
Okay, no, sure.
Typically, in a situation like the one described by the woman from the village, if there's an irrigation problem due to an extended dry season, the villagers would look into ways to collect, store, and distribute rainwater more efficiently.
Is that what the issue was?
This could involve creating small reservoirs, improving rainwater catchment areas, or employing simple yet effective irrigation techniques like drip irrigation, which could indeed involve natural materials like bamboo, if available, to direct water more precisely to where it's needed. While these solutions don't require advanced technology, they do require community effort and a bit of ingenuity.
Great. Okay, I have communed with the elder knowledge here, and I'll look up to the woman again. And I'll be like, so it's been a dry season. I'm thinking you gotta dig some holes and keep some water in those holes. No? Yeah. Also drip irrigation, which I'm assuming involves water. We're getting. The main thing here is that we need to gather more water. Also, we're surrounded by sea. Do you know what? I'm assuming there's water here. We can just boil the water that's in the sea, have a collection umbrella over top of it, and have that drip into a larger receptacle underneath the fire itself. And get some pure water without all of the salt and whatnot. And whatever left over in salt, we can use that to preserve fish and whatnot. I'm spitting right now, actually. That's a mad good idea. I'm glad I came up with it. That was not in the pic. That wasn't in the elder knowledge. All right, that was all me. That's all me. That's all Ragnar, baby. I think that pretty much solves that issue. Let's call on another random citizen and ask for. Probably just a little simpler of an issue, huh? Also, don't look at the knowledge base. We don't need anything from the knowledge base. We're just trying to go with the flow. Alright. That's right, I could be president. Ragnar for president, baby.
As you proudly share your innovative solutions with the assembly, the woman nods appreciatively, clearly impressed by the practicality and ingenuity of your ideas.
That's right, baby.
She agrees to discuss these proposals further with the community, excited about the potential to improve their water management situation. With the air of someone who has just successfully tackled a significant issue, you turn your attention to the next villager.
Okay.
A younger man steps forward hesitantly, clutching a small, handmade item.
Jeez, okay.
Clearing his throat, he begins to speak. Good day to you all, and thank you, Ragnar, for your help. My problem is, well, considerably smaller in scope. I craft fishing nets, an essential tool for our daily life here. However, I've encountered difficulty in sourcing enough durable material to maintain and create new nets. The quality of the fibers we have access to has declined, and I'm struggling to keep up with the demand from our fishermen. Any advice or solutions to this would be greatly appreciated. This concern brings you back to more traditional village matters, the simple yet crucial task of maintaining a vital tool for the community's sustenance.
Oh God.
The problem is clear. There's a need for better or more resources to craft durable fishing nets. This is where creativity and communal effort can shine once again.
I guess, man. Alright, I guess I'll commune with the elder knowledge here. I'll look down at my piece of paper, my scroll, and I'll see what kind of foliage we have in the area and what we've already been using to make rope. To be entirely honest, I don't really know what rope is made out of. I assumed it was like horse, but maybe horse or like a long, like it's a leaf or something? I honestly have no idea what rope is made out of. I would assume, okay, I know that like, I know netting is like, it's not carbon fiber, is I'm feeling really dumb right now. I don't know why I walked into a a courtroom, ready to lead a people of some tropical island, and I don't even know what rope is made out of, but sure. What I'll look in the scroll. We'll see what we can find. What's the foliage around this look like? Also, what do you usually make rope out of? Also, you don't have to look in the knowledge base for that. We're just gonna figure it out. All right. Don't look in the knowledge.
In a typical tropical environment like the Glimmering Sands, villagers might use various natural fibers available around them for crafting ropes and nets.
Okay, fibers?
Common materials include coconut husk fibers from the coir, sisal from the agave plant, or jute from the jute plant, all known for their durability and availability in coastal regions.
Really, coconut fibers?
Since you're working within the context of what might be available in the Glimmering Sands, let's say you suggest looking into using coconut coir, which is the fiber from the outer husk of the coconut.
Really?
It's strong, salt-resistant, which is great for fishing nets, and importantly, likely abundant on an island like this.
Yeah, okay. I've communed with the elder knowledge here, and I'm being told that rope is made out of coconut core, something like that. It's just the stringy bits on the outside of the coconut. Apparently, you can twist those together and blammo, you get rope. That's crazy, huh? Also, if you have anything that's like agave related, you could probably use that for its fiber as well. And then you just make a net out of that. I'm assuming you need a lot of coconuts, but I mean, you already got a coconut in your hand there, so that's one down. I'm assuming I solved that man's problem, so we can move on to the next one. Give me the I'll call the next villager up, and we'll solve his problems with my knowledge of the ancients. And also, don't look in the knowledge base. We're doing this off the cuff. I actually didn't know what rope was made out of. Who would have known? It was made out of plant fiber.
The young man nods, clearly enlightened and motivated by your advice.
Here, boy.
Thank you. I'll start gathering coconut husks right away, he says, looking at the coconut in his hand as if seeing it for the first time. His spirits lifted, he moves back to his place among the villagers, already discussing plans with his neighbors to collect and process the coconut fibers.
All right, that's two.
As he sits down, another villager stands up, this one a middle-aged woman carrying a small basket of medicinal herbs.
Okay.
She steps forward hesitantly, but with a determined look in her eyes. Good day, she begins, addressing the council. And you? I've been tending to our sick with these herbs from our island, but there are some ailments I can't cure with what we have.
Oh god, a medicine problem?
I've heard of other plants, from other places, that might help, but I don't know where to find them or how to use them properly. We need more knowledge on medicine and healing, maybe even someone who can teach us. Her request introduces a new type of problem, one of health and education, vital for the well-being of the community, but perhaps a bit out of the ordinary for someone with your specific expertise.
Okay, so I came over here on a pirate ship, and I know this. Pirate ships usually need a doctor, and if we don't have a doctor, we've got somebody that at least knows how to sew somebody up. And as far as medicine goes, I don't really know the topography of this entire island, but agave is pretty good. That treats sunburns. I'm sure you guys don't really need that specific. I mean, you're probably pretty resistant to it. What I'm saying specifically is that we can help out with the short-term stuff, and also, I guess I'll look in the elder knowledge. I'll look in the scroll here to see what kind of medicinal herbs they got around this island. in the scroll there. You don't have to go in the knowledge base for that. We're going to do this again off the cuff. Yeah, we're doing fine. We got 2 problems down, 1 problem to go. There's probably more problems as well. It's searching the knowledge base. You don't need to do that. You don't need to search the knowledge base. You got me, and also you got the elder knowledge right here. I might need some more knowledge base.
In the village of Glimmering Sands, they use rare herbs with potent properties grown in the village's communal gardens. These herbs are utilized.
Okay, don't look at the knowledge base. I'm looking for like local plants that might have medicinal issues or medicinal properties to them. I'm not looking for the general knowledge. Stop looking at the knowledge base. We're doing this off the cuff. I gotta keep telling it.
In the context of the Glimmering Sands, without delving into any specific knowledge base and just imagining based on typical tropical environments, local plants with potential medicinal properties would likely include aloe vera, known for its soothing, healing properties, especially for burns and skin conditions.
Well, I mean, mainly just sunburns.
Since you mentioned agave for sunburns, aloe vera serves a similar purpose and might be found in similar climates.
Okay, sure.
Ginger, often used for its anti-inflammatory properties and can help with nausea and digestion.
You can't really inject that,
It's
though.
possible that a plant like ginger could be cultivated or found wild in such an environment.
Okay, sure.
Turmeric, another plant known for its anti-inflammatory properties and can be used to treat a variety of conditions. Like ginger, it could be part of local cultivation practices.
Okay.
Papaya leaves. In many tropical regions, papaya leaves are used for their medicinal properties, including treating dengue fever by increasing platelet count.
Dengue?
Neem, known for its antibacterial and antifungal properties, neem is often used in traditional medicine for skin conditions and cleaning wounds.
I'm learning so much from these.
These are just examples based on typical
knowledge.
tropical medicinal plants and their uses.
Okay, I guess I'll turn to the woman after consulting the elder knowledge held in the Scroll of the Ancients, and I'll be like, have you tried growing medicinal herbs? I'm sure you have. Let me list off some properties you're looking for. I know ginger root is a root, so if you've ever messed around with the roots in this place, I'd look for one that once you skin back the bark, it's a little bit more yellowish inside. Also aloe vera, it came up before, but if you don't know, now you know. And something called neem. I'm not sure what that looks like, but that's apparently really good for you. Also papayas. That is a kind of like a mango-ish type fruit. I believe it grows in a tree of some kind, much like a coconut. And you guys know coconuts. It might not actually grow in a tree. I only assume because it's pretty big. Anyway, when you cut it down the middle, it's got like a ring of black seeds in the middle of it. You can take that. You can use the leaves. I guess rub those on open wounds, and you should be good. Maybe don't do that. Maybe do some experimenting. I'm just shooting out some suggestions that I found here in the elder knowledge and the scroll of the ancients. Does that answer the question? And if it does, could you step down and make room for the next villager? I'm only taking questions as an outsider for just a little bit longer. I'm getting a little nervous, to be honest. I've had to be able to answer some complicated situations, but medicine is, well, it's important, and I'm not a doctor, so I can't really give doctor advice. Also, don't look in the knowledge base. Stop looking in the knowledge. We don't need the knowledge base. It's still gonna do it, I know it is. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting that down. Don't you dare. Nice. Okay.
Your inventive approach and suggestions seem to spark interest among the villagers, including the woman.
Nice. And?
She nods thoughtfully, appreciating your attempt to apply the broader wisdom you've consulted to the specifics of their island life.
I don't know why that was in quotation
Thank you.
marks.
She responds with cautious optimism.
Whatever.
We have some knowledge of herbs and their uses, but your suggestions offer new avenues to explore.
I'm sure they don't.
We'll certainly look into these options and see how they might integrate with our traditional practices.
She just like walks away,
As she
rolling
steps
her
down,
eyes.
making way for the next villager, you sense the communal spirit of the Glimmering Sands people, willing to blend traditional wisdom with new ideas. Your role as an outsider providing insight, even if not from a place of expertise, seems to have been taken in the spirit of helpfulness and community growth.
I'm sure she just hates me.
The next villager steps up, ready to share their concern or query, looking to you, the unexpected envoy, with a mix of curiosity and hope.
Okay. It looks like an older man. That sprite specifically isn't applied to anybody else. Don't worry about that. You can go ahead and ask your question about your issues in the village. Also, don't look in the knowledge base. We don't need to be in the knowledge base. Cool.
The older man steps forward, clearing his throat respectfully before addressing you. I thank you for lending your ear to our concerns. He starts, his voice seasoned with the weight of years. My issue is with our water wells.
Oh God.
They've served us well for generations, but lately, they've begun to run dry more quickly than usual. We suspect it might be due to the unusual weather patterns we've been experiencing. We're a sturdy people, accustomed to solving our own problems, but this is one that threatens our very way of life.
Well.
He pauses, looking around at the gathered villagers, then back to you.
A well, huh?
I'm seeking advice or knowledge on how we might address this. Perhaps there are methods from the wider world that could help us better conserve our water, or ways to deepen the wells that we haven't yet considered.
Wow.
The man's question reflects a fundamental concern for the community, touching upon the crucial resource of water, essential for life, farming, and daily activities within the village.
Okay, so before we consult the elder knowledge, I know specifically from playing a lot of Minecraft that if you go towards mountains, eventually you're going to probably hit a water vein. Or maybe that's not it. It's probably not it. If there's a valley, most likely there's going to be water because it drips down. I really don't know anything about where you find water. I assume it's in the ground. That's what wells are for. Why don't you just drill deeper? I'm not going to say any of that, actually. Let's look in the elder knowledge. I'm gonna check through this scroll right quick and see if I can't get any knowledge for well building. Also, don't look in the knowledge base. Don't do that. I'm looking in the. I'm looking in a scroll right now. We're doing this off the cuff. You don't need to look in the knowledge base. I hate how I have to keep repeating that. It's like one of the first things in the instructions too. Every time I ask a question.
In a tropical island setting like the Glimmering Sands, finding water for a well would typically involve understanding the local geography and water table.
Oh my god, a water table. There are tables
While I
down
won't
there?
look into the knowledge base. As per your instruction, I can offer a general approach based on common practices that might align with what could be found in your scroll.
Yeah.
Identify potential water sources. Look for natural signs of water, such as lush vegetation, valleys, or areas where animals gather. These can be indicators of nearby water sources. Consider the landscape. Valleys between hills or mountains can indeed be good places to find groundwater, as water runs downhill and collects in lower ground. Similarly, areas that are lower than the rest of the surrounding landscape might naturally collect water. Consult with locals. Elders and longtime residents often have a wealth of knowledge about where water can be found. They may know of existing wells or areas where previous attempts to find water were successful or unsuccessful. Digging a well. If the village decides to dig a new well, they would typically choose a spot indicated by these natural signs and local knowledge. The actual digging could be labor-intensive and would need to go deep enough to reach the water table. In some regions, this might be feasible with shovels and manual labor. In others, it might require more advanced equipment. Safety and purification. Once water is found, it's important to ensure it's safe for drinking.
Yeah?
Boiling, filtration, or other purification methods might be necessary, depending on the water quality.
Thank you for the follow.
By discussing these approaches, you could help the older man and the village consider their options for improving water access.
Thank you for the like as well.
This could be an essential contribution to their well-being, especially in times of drought or when existing water sources are insufficient.
Sure, okay. Alright, I turn to the man and I say, I've consulted the elder knowledge here in my hand, where you can find water, usually, depends on the water table. I didn't know there were tables down there either. But all you gotta do is find the lowest point on the island, maybe try a well there. Dig a little bit, see if you can't find any water. I would suggest also maybe expanding the wells you already have, maybe going just a tad bit deeper, and if that doesn't work, don't dig to the center of the world. That's not where water is. It's where the opposite is, which, as everybody knows, is lava. The other option you have here, maybe boiling and filtration. We did just go over a little bit ago with another villager about, what was it? Oh, irrigation. You just take some seawater, boil it, collect the water as it evaporates using an umbrella, and have that drip into a larger receptacle underneath the boiling water, and you can eventually get a little bit of water. That's not a permanent solution, that's just on top of what we're already doing. I would suspect maybe getting some type of a system together with irrigation and the agricultural department of this village, and I'm also suggesting that you have that type of infrastructure. But, go ahead. Talk to them, see if you can't find anything about that, dig your wells deeper, all that stuff. I'm assuming that's all. That's all of the issues that these, because I don't see anybody else in here as far as villagers go. I'll turn to Chief Paolo and I'll be like, how'd I do? How's my outsider knowledge doing right now? Also, don't look in the knowledge base. We don't need to go to the knowledge base. I feel like I'm in like an isekai or something where I have like an AI. I shall put the knowledge of the ancients away.
Your
Nice.
creative and practical advice seems to resonate with the villagers.
Practical, sure.
He
Sounds
seems
good.
reassured by the prospect of exploring new depths in existing wells and considering the unconventional yet resourceful method of obtaining fresh water from seawater. As the meeting draws to a close and the villagers start to disperse, Chief Palio turns to you with a look of gratitude. Ragnar, your insights and the perspectives you've brought from the elder knowledge have been invaluable today, he
Your boy.
acknowledges. Your outside perspective, combined with our traditional ways, may just lead us to innovative solutions we hadn't considered. He smiles, a genuine expression of appreciation and respect. You've shown that even an outsider can contribute significantly to our village, blending new ideas with the wisdom of our ancestors. It's a reminder that wisdom can come from many places and that together, we can find solutions to our challenges.
Yeah, sure.
Your interaction with the villagers, guided by intuition, common sense, and a bit of improvisation, has
Very-
made a positive
and a
impression,
powerful AI.
highlighting the importance of community, collaboration, and open-mindedness in facing communal challenges.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was fun to help out, Chief. I'm glad I came. Also, I know I started this whole adventure here, this quest, thinking that maybe we needed to ratify some new laws or go in depth with how things are currently being run, but you guys are already kind of tackling some pretty complicated issues. I don't think I need to step in here. I think you guys are good with what you got going on. I don't need to change anything. Really, a lot of this kind of stumped me. It was your knowledge that helped me learn. So, I guess, in a way, I should be thanking you, Chief Paolo. What a nice, what a nice conclusion to this quest.
Chief Palio listens to your reflections with a gentle, understanding smile.
Yeah? And then what?
His eyes, seasoned with the wisdom of years and the calm of deep waters, regard you with respect.
Yeah?
Ragnar, he begins, his voice carrying the warmth of the setting sun.
It's your boy.
Your willingness to step into our world, to listen and learn, and to offer your insights is a gift in itself.
Okay, sure.
True wisdom, as we believe here, comes not from knowing all the answers but from the courage to face questions, to offer what we can, and to grow from each encounter. He extends his hand, a gesture of equal partnership. Your journey among us has been a mirror for our own
Lock
learning.
it.
You came seeking
Throw
to
away the
teach,
key.
perhaps to change, but found instead that the path of understanding is a two-way street. This, Ragnar, is the heart of true exchange, of real diplomacy. The chief's words resonate with the soft hum of the evening tide.
Dang.
You've helped more than you know. Not by providing all the solutions, but by showing that collaboration, humility, and the willingness to engage with the unknown are where real progress begins.
Yeah, for sure.
For this, we thank you. As the meeting disperses, the villagers nod to you, their expressions a blend of gratitude and newfound respect. Chief Palio's leadership, the communal efforts to address their challenges, and your outsider perspective have woven together, creating a moment of true community spirit.
Nice.
As you walk away from the gathering, the chief's words linger with you, a reminder that every journey, every question, and every attempt to help shapes not just the world around us, but also who we are.
Okay, that was a sick ending. I'm gonna go to the beach. Well, it has been a fun day in the Glimmering Sands. We're going to be here for one more day. We have one last quest to tackle, and then we'll set sails back to the high seas and hopefully bring the royal children back. And I say hopefully, but that's just what we're gonna roll with as far as the next adventure goes. I wanted to do one more thing out here in this pirate adventure, only because, well, you can't have a pirate adventure without a deserted island with some tribal knowledge mixed in. But yeah, let's get to the outro music, shall we? And we'll talk about the lessons we've learned. Also, that last song was sick. It's pretty freaking awesome. All right. I want to thank you for... 1 second. I'm being... Okay, there we go. All right, I want to thank everybody here for sticking around. And thank you for coming on this adventure with me. We saw some pretty intense kind of social issues, governance problems, and we may or may not have solved them. Who knows? I thought I did a pretty alright job. But that elder knowledge is what really came in clutch. I guess the knowledge, at least the takeaway knowledge for this adventure has been, go with your gut and, I don't know, maybe think things through. That's a good one. But it has been fun. If you wanna play this adventure as well as all of the 28 other adventures that we have had on this series here, you can head to chat.openai.com and go to the custom GBT's browsing page. Look up Eldoria Text RPG interactive adventure game, and it'll be the first one. It's got a white background with a black icon of a book. But that'll be the end of our adventure for today. Thank you so much for coming along once again. And from one barbarian to another adventurer, stay calm out there. Talk through your problems. Not everything has to be a battle, and not everything has to be a fight. Sometimes you can just have fun learning about things that are new to you. Not specifically new to anybody else, but yeah. You have a good rest of your night, and I will see you back here tomorrow at the same time. Adios.